Hey y'all, welcome to Crown Reads, where I read oracle cards for collective messages for the highest good of us all. Um, just kind of clearing the space a little bit here. Interesting messages coming in tonight. Personal ones, collective ones, all of those kind of things. Not what I would expect, because I kind of felt pulled to sit down and do some readings, but also not where I was expecting them to go. But that's always a good time. So I tell you, the divine is a hoot. So um, kind of being pulled to a particular deck here, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that one. Uh, it's the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle Guidebook. And actually, give me 1 second because um, each deck has its own. There's some general setups of ways you can do cards and spreads and things like that, but um, it just said it wants me to do a spread and just instead of just pulling the card. Okay. Strength, heart, and challenge spread is what it wants. Okay. I knew it was kind of calling me out to do a particular spread. It wasn't just like, hey, take a jumper or just pull a card. Wanted some order and structure here. So let's see what the guides have to say for the messages for the collective. Please, higher realm, spirit, guides, ancestors, God, universe. Whew. Please provide us messages for our highest good. What messages do you have for the collective for a strength, heart, and challenge spread? What messages do you have for the collective for a strength, heart, and challenge spread? Choppy waters, rocky waters. You're in choppy waters and rocky waters. So that's weird. Let's see what cards come out here. Memories of Atlantis. I said rocky waters. Okay. Um, all right. I love these cards. So beautiful. Okay, and this is the Strength Heart Challenge spread. And these cards are actually slightly newer to me, but just want to kind of give a close up of each one of those there. That's the first one. Seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. Oh, sorry, the first one was Memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology. Okay, so definitely getting a lot of creative energy off of this here. We'll see if it says anything about that being one of the strengths. And inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. Oh, and it feels like if we can work with this properly, this can lead to a little bit of balance here. But let's see what the guys have to say. Oh, hmm. Okay. This is about balance. There's a message about your sensitivity being your strength. Being sensitive, having heightened emotions, having big feelings, if you will, does not mean that you're not grounded. There's nothing wrong with being expressive. Don't know why they wanted me to say that. Okay. So, the first card represents the strength you have at this time in your life. These are the positive, loving aspects of your being that ancient wisdom is calling you to see. Okay. The second card represents the energies of your heart, particularly any messages or information your heart is calling you to acknowledge. And the third card represents the challenge energy in your world. This is what you must focus on healing in order to experience your desired outcome. Okay. And that's why they wanted me to tell you that that being sensitive is not a negative thing. I'm forgetting the exact words now. But you remember what I said a minute ago. If it resonates, you remember what I'm saying. Um yes, and with there being there's nothing wrong with you being expressive. Okay, so this is a challenge. You have this impression of how you're supposed to be grounding yourself, and it doesn't seem to work for you when you try to ground yourself in that way. It almost feels stifling, disingenuous. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay. Okay. So yes, it can be kind of stifling and disingenuous, and it leads to like this emotional spiral that makes you keep ending up at the exact same spot of feeling like, okay, so if I try to contain this a little bit more, things will get to where I will get the progress that I'm looking for. Where's progress? I saw, yes, I will get the progress that I'm looking for. Um, but no, it has not worked. And they're trying to figure out why you keep doing that. It's figuring out the in between and not even just a balance of things. It's just that learning how to channel it the right way. But you are grounded. Yeah, because it's like giving yourself grace. You got to channel it in the right way. That's where the technology piece is coming in. You have to find some way to apply everything that you feel. It can't just be a burst of emotion all the time. You want to find something to also channel it into. And that can be even still expressing yourself in that moment if that's what you feel like you need to do, but in a more creative way that actually speaks to your need, what they said. You're not even speaking to your own needs. You're just reacting sometimes. And then in the middle of the reacting, you're getting hypercritical that you're feeling that emotion and then you're trying to ground yourself. But then as you're trying to ground yourself, you're feeling invalidated. Huh. This is a spiral. You're grounded. Tune into your emotions, not just feeling them. You feel them and it's like just externalize in whatever way that is, or shut down, but whatever it is, you just feel them and then you get stuck in however you're going to fight them versus like, let's just embrace them and see what's going on here. You haven't learned how to give them space yet. To give them space and apply and channel them the way they need to be channeled. So, okay. They don't want me to read it all, but these have a particular section, and I think they want me to read a particular section of each one. Okay. Okay. So this one, an awareness of your gifts. So you know that the way that you feel things, the way you experience things is beautiful in its own way. It's just not the with the feedback that you're usually getting because of how it impacts the world around you. So it is actually a strength because remember that's what the first card represents. Um, and they're positive, loving aspects of your being that ancient wisdom is calling you to see. So yes, you're not seeing that. That is okay. Yes, that is the piece that they want you to understand for that one. That is your strength. The way you're feeling things, the way you're experiencing things. It's different. It's beautiful. Um, the next one is the second card represents the energies of your heart, particularly any messages or information your heart is calling you to acknowledge. And they want me to read this one. So for the Marian seed codes, your message is you are a highly sensitive being. You might feel that this is a curse, but this card is here to let you know that it is a gift. It indicates that you have spent lifetimes upon lifetimes living with a giant shield up to stop the world seeing the real you. But you are a highly unique soul with incredible gifts that are worth sharing. Through embracing your uniqueness, you can help many others embrace their own. This lifetime is a more graceful existence, protecting your, excuse me, with less defense and more trust. It's not about protecting yourself, but stepping into the space of surrender and revealing your true self. Well, okay. We love a confirmation. I have nothing to add there based on some of the things that I already shared that I picked up on here. And the message was inner earth. You're becoming fully aware of what you need in order to feel safe and fulfilled on planet Earth. Know that it is part of the divine plan for you to be incarnated upon this planet now. And all at times you may have felt unstable or that you have lost your way, you have been building up momentum to be where you are today. You are in a space where you can build powerful foundations, a space where you can lay out exactly what you need, who you need to be, and what you need to do to flourish and grow. Yes. You have the opportunity to reclaim parts of yourself that you buried deep within and reclaim gifts you've abandoned. If you are starting any projects or are thinking about taking up something you have had on hold, now is the perfect time. The seeds you are planting are sending roots deep into Mother Earth. You are held, you are supported, and I'm just going to add to the end that you are validated. So, um, let me see. Are there any additional messages? Hmm. Yes, one. From the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. Okay. So, but not having the emotions is not the way to ground yourself. It's learning to look at them, feel them, express them, know where they're coming from. Use them. It's a beautiful thing. That's why it's never sustainable because it's not you. Okay. Angel of joyfulness. Something wondrous and magical is about to happen. All right. So I just take that as a confirmation here. Because it says about the spiritual acceleration, the progress, the uniqueness, all of everything that you can build. All of this can happen in a very magical way if you learn how to use your magic, your emotions, your joy, your feelings. Just keep feeling. And anybody who is around you that makes you feel bad for that, assess whether they need to be in the picture. That's what I'll say here. That was odd. Okay. They really have me take a card back like that, and they want another one right on top of the same Lemurian seed codes card. Okay, so which one was that again in this reading? Your second one? It was energies of your heart, particularly any message or information your heart is calling you to acknowledge. Okay. They're just wondering, what how they want me to stack more on here. Angel of abundance. A steady flow of abundance is about to manifest. And I think what comes out of the abundance is the balance. Because once you are in that space where you're acknowledging you and the way you experience you and the way you feel about everything, it's going to open you up in a certain way. It's going to help everything start flowing. Because that's what your emotions are as they're going through you all of the time. It's just a flow. And when you're constantly blocking and moving and redirecting, repressing, you're constantly shutting off flow. And who knows what else you're cutting off by just trying to always redirect that very important part of who you are. So doing that definitely leads to this abundance and this joyfulness in who you are and who you're becoming. Whatever negative feedback you're getting about the way you express yourself, get out of that space. They're invalidating you on purpose. It's because they don't want to deal with things, not because you're actually too much. It's kind of starting to bother me a little bit, the energy. So yeah, there's somebody you might want to get away from. But hey, you know what energy that applies to in your world, so respond accordingly. So thanks for stopping in for the message. Like, share, subscribe. Hopefully that was helpful for someone out there. I'm told to share the messages. Where they land is where they land. So I'm always just here to help and be obedient. So thanks for stopping in. Hopefully you like the message and come back. Talk to you soon, hopefully.